Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. Hope you're all well. Let's get a bit further away from the camera there. Right, it's a little movie review. Right, you probably know what this is about. The true history of the Kelly Gang we're going to have a look at today. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that whole subscribe button, push the bell notification so you know these little movie review vlogs and drama review vlogs and information vlogs are coming out on movies and TV, etc. Please push that notification button. Make sure your notification is set to public as well, otherwise you won't get to hear about these things. Yeah, great little poster. Yeah, I love the poster. Obviously, we've got the old Union flag in the background. What more could you ask for from a poster of the old, get the old British blood boiling, the old pride of Britain there. Obviously, even though it's Australia, there you go. But and obviously, we're not very well liked because there's lots of abuse in this film about the wonderful British and how kind we are, which you don't. Par for the course, isn't it? Don't worry about it. Yep, the true history of the Kelly Gang. 18 certificate, 2 hours 4 minutes. Out to buy on the 6th of July 2020, $9.99 on DVD, $12.99 on Blu-ray. Is it worth buying? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at this. Directed by Justin Kurzel, based on a novel, 2000 novel by Peter Carey. It's a biographical crime Western, it says here, but obviously Western type. Does it class as a Western if it's in Australia? A drama, obviously. And it's obviously a fictional. They're covering someone's covering the bases here. A fictionalised account. In other words, this true story of the Kelly Gang perhaps isn't so true after all. A fictionalised account of the life of bushranger and outlaw Mr. Ned Kelly. Yep, and it stars, of course, George Mackay, Essie Davis, Nicholas Hoult, Charlie Hunnam, and even Mr. Russell Crowe has a little part in it, not a main part. And obviously George Mackay plays the main part of Ned Kelly. He doesn't do a bad job in this, actually. Is it any good? Is it any good? Let me have a look. Rotten Tomatoes, 79%. So that's not bad, is it? That's a positivity rating based on 145 reviews. Its overall score is only 6.89 out of 10, which is pretty good, 6.89 out of 10. And the consensus reads, of just quoting from Rotten Tomatoes, its unusual approach won't be for all viewers, but this takes a distinctively postmodern look at Australia's past. So there you go. It's already warning people. It won't be to everyone's taste. Metacritic, the Metascore rating, that's the obviously they appear on their own site and they appear through Internet Movie Database. Metacritic rating was 7.5 out of 10, just based on 27 critics' reviews. There was just only one poor review, a 4 out of 10, and the rest was sort of 7 pluses. So it was well received by the critics. Some quotes: flashy visuals and bursts of expressionistic violence, compelling throughout, compelling often, brilliant, exhausting, compelling. There's a lot of compelling going on. Compelling, grubby Western, grueling spectacle, tour de force, feverish punk Western. I mean, so there's a lot of, obviously, perhaps you do have Westerns in Australia, perhaps it's not just an American thing, who knows, but very, very positive there from the old critics, some of the comments. Internet Movie Database, yeah, not quite as positive. That's Joe User, that's you and me, the public watching it. 6.1 out of 10, based on almost 4,000 reviews as I'm recording this. All these scores as I'm recording this, which is towards the end of June. So if you're watching this in August, there'll be probably a few, might be changes to these scores, but what are you doing watching it in August? You should be doing something else. Right, Internet Movie Database, the positives, a few comments: great movie, grabbed me by the throat, thoroughly enjoyed, edgy, for thinkers. So, you know, if you don't like it, you're not a thinker, obviously. The negatives, well, simply terrible, interesting yet dull. Well, that's an interesting comment. I'll come back to that one. Laughably bad after the first half. Chaotic. I'll come back to that as well. Boring. Right, MGN, MovieGameNostalgia.com. I'm going to admit I did enjoy the original Ned Kelly back in 2003 with the wonderful Heath Ledger, wasn't it? That did have an Internet Movie Database user score of 6.5, so certainly more than this one. I don't think it was as appreciated by the critics though. And I do like Ned Kelly 2003. So going into this, I was quite interested because watching the trailers before I watched the film, it does have that sort of feel to it, that sort of modernised sort of update of it. And it did look quite interesting. So just some of the comments there on the Internet Movie Database, it got me by the throat. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, certain scenes did, but I mean, certain scenes you're just waiting for something to happen. To be honest with you, I don't mind a bit of verbal diarrhea and a bit of scene setting, etc. But yeah, it is very hit and miss. I think on getting someone by the throat. It doesn't put it this way: it gets you by the throat and lets you go, and gets you by the throat and lets you go. It doesn't get you by the throat all the time. Another comment: interesting but dull. Yeah, I mean, this is possibly going to my sort of thinking. I won't be giving this a bad mark as such, but. Yeah, I mean, it does promise a lot, and some of the scenes are excellent, but a lot of the scenes are just blah, you know, there's just nothing really. So, yeah, interesting, not dull, but interesting, and please get on with it sort of thing. Yeah, chaotic. Yeah, I mean, because it goes from some really good scenes, as you say, it just quieten down, and so it is a bit mixed up. It's a bit of a mishmash of a film, to be honest with you. And the action and the film, and there's so much potential in this. I mean, we'll go on to this because what it is, it's his formative years are shown as well when he's a young lad. So, but what tends to happen is it's not a lot, it's not a massive part of the film, but it tends to gloss over. In 2 hours, you don't seem to get the real feel of the character of Ned Kelly as you get to feel a bit of what he put up with as a kid and why he became who he became, but it sort of misses bits out. There's so much of a story. Obviously, it's a sort of thing that would be ideal for episodes, wouldn't it? A story of Ned Kelly, obviously, would be episodic drama, would be superb. So they've only got 2 hours, but even in the 2 hours, I think they could have done a lot more. As I said, a lot of the scenes were a bit wasted and a bit monotonous, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I think they should have made more of his older years rather than, as I say, it's nice to see his formative years, but they didn't quite put meat on the bones, you know. It didn't for his as he got older. Obviously, as we said before, the true history of the Kelly Gang is probably covered by the words fictionalised account of. So perhaps it should say not really true history of the Kelly Gang or something like that. So yeah, I was a little disappointed because I thought I love these sort of things. I recently watched something set in New Zealand on the BBC, the Luminaries. And I love that period sort of grittiness of that, the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, Australia, New Zealand, you know, down there. And obviously, as you know, obviously it was a hard life, wasn't it? It was a rough life because of the people who, obviously, most of the people, you know, were trying to get on. But obviously, there were a lot of bad people. There's a lot of people turned bad. So, yeah, I do love that sort of thing, and I did feel a little bit disappointed. I was looking forward to it, and as I say, the critics enjoyed it, so I was sort of looking forward to it a little bit more, perhaps. But it probably made me want to go back and watch Ned Kelly, to be honest with you. And I used to have the posters for that. I'm not sure I've got them anymore. So my rating, internet MGN rating, movie game nostalgia rating. Yeah, I'm going to give it a watchable because it does have its moments, but it may let you down a little bit. Don't go into it thinking it's something wonderful. It is good, but I'm going to give it my basic watchable. I'm going to sit on the fence as usual and be a coward and just give it my basic. I mean, I've done a couple of 5.5s recently where I'm saying it's not watchable, but I won't put you off. But this is definitely, yeah, I certainly won't put you off watching it. It's a 6 out of 10. It is a watchable film, but you just do get the impression it could have been so much better. Well acted, some good acting in it. So there's an occasional sort of rubbishy actor and a sort of wooden light, and Russell Crowe's okay in it, but he's not listed as the main character, and he probably isn't, but he plays a good role. I mean, as he should. It's his natural habitat, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so the true history of the Kelly Gang, MGN rating 6 out of 10. Please let me know if you get to watch it, what you think about it. And it is out to buy, so if you have seen it at I was just going to say the cinema then, if you have streamed it or watch it on Amazon Prime, I think it's still available on Amazon Prime at the moment, and you want to own it, it's out to buy on the 6th of July 2020, my birthday. So there you go. Happy birthday to me for the 6th of July 2020. $9.99 DVD, $12.99 Blu-ray. Please check out all my links and all above, and please, if you can have a chance to look at my website moviegamenostalgia.com for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, and board games on there as well. So if you can get on there and have a look, thumbs up to you. Anyway, please check all the links and all the playlists, etc. And if you're into football, don't forget I do little vlogs on my football team. Or if you want to get into football and you want to support, you're outside of the UK and you want to support the best English team in the world, it's not Liverpool, it's not Manchester United, it's not Arsenal, it's Manchester City. Please check out my little vlogs and see what you think, as I do little history vlogs and little present vlogs, because obviously as I'm recording this, the season started behind closed doors, but the season's restarted again. So please, if you're into football or you just want a bit of a laugh. So there's some good history ones there as well. So you don't necessarily have to be a City supporter. You want some famous old players, old managers, etc. So please seek that out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other. And hopefully you'll join me again very, very soon. This is BYRNE saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.